Following our previous sessions for teaching Tai Chi and Qigong exercises, in the second session, in the first session, I taught you how to do the belly breathing, or how to use our diaphragm to do the belly breathing in order to increase the level of our breathing capacity and some other benefits that belly breathing has. In the second session, I'm going to introduce you and show you how to do a series of movements called open joint. Open joint are a series of movements that are used to warm up and strengthen the joints of our body. You may know that what is the joint, but uh, for a brief explanation, I tell you that the joints are parts of our body that connects the bones. We have three different types of joints. Some of them are stationary joints, for example, uh, in the skull of our head, and the second kind of joints are the joints that have a little more moving capacities, for example, in a specific directions, in a specific amount. And the second type of our joints are the joints that has more moving abilities in more directions, more level of freedom, and more moving angles. For example, the joints of wrist and the joints of our knees. In order to learn and practice Qigong exercises, uh, in the first step, we learned how to do the belly breathing. In the second step, we need to learn how to do a series of movements called open joint, or moving the joints or warming up the joints. As I told you, the joints are parts of our body that connect the bones together. In order to, uh, in fact, learn how to do the open joint exercises, in the first step, I tell you what are our joints. Uh, I begin with the joints of our fingers. We have 1, 2, 3 joints in our fingers. Then the joints of the wrist is a joint, and the ankle, the shoulders, the spine, the hips, the knees, and the wrist of the foot, and also uh, the joints that are in the toes, our toes on the foot. We should learn how to warm up and move these joints in order to warm them up and make them flexible and ready to do the more the harder and more complex movements of Tai Chi and Qigong exercises. The importance of warming of our joints, if I want to tell you, is that when you move your joints, you actually are increasing uh, the blood flow in that area, in that joint. And when the blood flow increases, you are actually nurturing that part of the body, and also it becomes warm. If you want to uh, remove the pain in any specific part of your body, you should increase the level of blood flow in that part of your body. And for our topic, we are talking about the joints. When we move our joints, we are actually increasing the blood flow into that area and make it warm and more flexible. I begin with the joints of our fingers in our hand, and in this session I'm going to tell you how to do the open joints for the fingers and also for the wrist. And in other sessions I will teach you how to do the open joint exercises for other joints of our body. In order to begin, I will show you how to do the open joint for the first uh, joint of our fingers in our hand. Look carefully. You simply move the joints without any extra uh, muscle pressure. You simply move in this way. And for the second joint, in this way. And for the second joint, in this way. You see? At the end of the video, I will come in front of the camera and show you from a closer perspective in order to learn it by details. But at the moment, I need to uh, teach you from this distance. Okay, look carefully. And then this. You do this movement, for example, whenever you are free or you are talking to someone in your free time, even you are sitting in front of the TV, you can very simply do this exercise and make your fingers, make your joints warm and flexible. Very simple. For the next movement, I will teach you 3 different movements in order to warm up the joint of the wrist. The first movement is in this way. You put your fingers simply together without any extra pressure and move your wrist in left and right direction like the pendulum. You see? Very simple, without any extra pressure. You move it. You have no extra pressure in your other muscles of the hand. Very simple. And while doing these movements, don't forget that you should do the belly breathing. Look carefully. My breathing is belly breathing. You should learn the belly breathing from my previous in the first video, and then for doing the open joint exercises, you should follow the belly breathing. Very simple. And for the next movement, in order for the joint of the wrist, you put the fingers together and very simply move the hands in a circular pattern and in a circular way. Very simple. And you are doing the belly breathing. Very simple. You're feeling that your wrist is getting warmer and warmer, the blood flow is going there, and the blood is taking nutritional elements into your wrist, and it is gradually becoming warmer and uh, healthier. And for the second movement of the wrist, you look carefully. I move my wrist in a circular pattern, very simple, without any extra pressure. And for the left hand, in this way, and for both hands. Very simple. So this is the first movement. This is the second. And this is the third. And this is for the movement of the fingers. I will show you from the front perspective. Look carefully for the first joints of the fingers. For the second. For the third. And this is the movement of the wrist. This is the second. And this is the third. Very simple. Even if you are sitting in front of the TV, you are talking to someone, you're walking, just you can simply do this. Very simple. And it is very, very beneficial. You cannot imagine how beneficial it is for the wrist, for your wrist, for the fingers, and even if you are not a professional sportsman or woman, if you learn and practice these movements in your daily life, when you are becoming older and older, your wrists and your joints will become fresh, and they will stay warm and flexible and very simple with these simple exercises. It's my pleasure to teach you these movements, and for the next sessions I will teach you how to do the movements in order to warm up our uh, other joints, including elbow, shoulder, spine, hips, knees, and the rest of the foot and the toes. It was very nice to talk to you in this session, and I hope you practice more and more. And if you have any question and regarding my movements, you can comment in my YouTube channel and I will quickly reply you. Hope to see you in the next session.